That 9-year-old kid, the girl I used to be, she's just a distant memory now. She was brave and funny and fearless. But the 13-year-old me? Not so much. I fell to pieces and put myself together again, but things aren't quite the same. Maybe I didn't get the pieces in the right places, because when I look in the mirror I see a girl I just don't recognise. If Mum came back, would she know me? It's a thought that worries me sometimes. My mirror shows a pale-faced girl with brown eyes and freckles, her dark hair chopped into a short, angular bob. She smiles a lot, but her eyes are sad. Nobody has knitted her a rainbow-striped jumper for a very long time. Nobody ever thinks of braiding her hair with cotton threads. These days I live with foster parents called Mandy and John in a tree-lined street 3 miles away from the Skylark estate. It's a nicer part of town, near the park, but I'd go back to the estate in a heartbeat if it meant having Mum back again. I'm not sure that will ever happen, but I will never give up hope. I'm grateful to Mandy and John, I really am, but they are strictly temporary. Of course, we don't know how long temporary will be, Mandy had pointed out at the start. I know you don't want to be here, but how about we make your room feel more homey, more like yours? Pick out some bits and pieces. The bits and pieces I picked out weren't quite what Mandy and John were expecting. I like to find the things that other people have lost, the stuff that they don't want anymore. I like to keep it safe, in case someone needs it. My bed is draped in a charity shop patchwork quilt. Mandy helped me to repair the holes, but I often wonder about the person who made that quilt. What was her story? And how did something made with so much love end up in a box with pink nylon curtains and a price tag of $2.99? I found a red Formica table and a skip at the end of the road. A wobbly chair that John had to treat for woodworm before I was allowed to paint it red with white polka dots. A bookcase I'd spotted at the tip. Most of the books on it come from the charity shops or the library. A tambourine with ribbons and bells, an old felt berry with a vintage poodle brooch on it. They're all the things that I've collected. Once I found a box of old ordnance survey maps on the pavement outside a charity shop. The man in the shop told me to take them, that people had no use for maps in the age of sat-nav and Google Earth. I opened out the maps, studied the contour lines, traced a finger along rivers and coastlines. I tried to imagine what the places would look like. Mouse Hole, Prestwick, Polperro, Pontypridd. Hundreds of towns and villages I'd never heard of. Mandy and John helped me to paste some of the maps up over the bedroom walls, a jigsaw of faraway places. It's the perfect wallpaper for a girl who still has nightmares about getting lost. On those nights, I lie awake in the dark and wonder if Mum might have found her way to one of those faraway towns or villages and somehow forgotten to come home. I had to switch primary schools when I moved in with Mandy and John. And though I didn't think I had the heart for building new friendships, I changed my mind when I met Happiness Akabe. She was a tiny waif-like girl in an old-fashioned pinafore dress that hung down past her knees, and she was the only person there who looked more lost than I did. "Call me Happy," she said, holding out a hand for me to shake as if we were sharing a dorm in some posh 1920s boarding school and not just a slightly manic Year 5 classroom. "Are you?" I questioned, her fascinated. "Happy?" "I think I am," she said with a grin, and her whole face lit up. We were odd friends back then. The sad kid whose mum had abandoned her and the bright-eyed Nigerian girl whose dad was a super strict church elder. But we understood each other somehow. I knew I needed Happy in my life. I was still crying in my sleep, waking up every morning with a damp pillow and an empty heart. Sometimes there were nightmares, visions of what might have happened.